Allow me to describe what it means to fulfill the measure of your creation. You know, life happens and we're going along and we have these disappointments or embarrassments or things that blindside us. We get out into the wide, wide world without the handbook to handle it the way we thought we would. Especially if you had a chaotic childhood and it seems like you can't get the love that you wanted. It seems like you can't find the peace that you need. It seems like you're always looking outside of yourself for validation. You know, it's interesting because we do need community and we do need friends and we do need family and we need our people, we need our tribe, but they cannot change the way we feel about ourselves. They don't actually have the power to take away from our light or add to it. But it's kind of like matchsticks, right? Your stick needs to be on fire. And when other people's sticks are on fire, the light gets brighter. Now, it is possible to be a mentor to someone or someone be a mentor to you and their light turns your match on. But if, let's say you're not even holding your match. Let's say your match is on the table and you're looking at the match wondering why it's not lit. Because you're feeling self-doubt, you feel inferior, you feel jealous, you feel unworthy, you feel stuck, you just feel yucky, you feel like you're numb. That's okay. Those are your feelings. If you feel slighted, victimized, put upon, unappreciated, those are your feelings. Everything you feel is in you. If you're feeling happy, satisfied, exuberant, enthusiastic, those are your feelings. Like everything is in you. And the only way to fulfill the measure of your creation is to dig deep and create a vision for yourself. Now, I'm going to say this with a really big caveat. If you can't visualize your life, that's okay too. If you can't put a vision together for what you want and feel the feelings ahead of it and all the things that we do to manifest the things we want, I want to pull it all back under the umbrella of fulfilling the measure of your creation. When you are fulfilling the measure of your creation, you are discovering what you don't want so you can go towards what you do want. You are noticing the patterns that stick, the patterns that serve you, the patterns that don't serve you that stuck, the patterns that last for just a blip, and the patterns that move you forward. They move the needle, right? Life is never not going to be like that. It's always a matter of what's working, what's not working, and feeling like you are incapable until you become capable, and then you want more. That is fulfilling the measure of your creation. That is when you were a baby and you were crawling, you're like, but what else can I do? Oh, I could probably stand up. I want to see what it's like doing what everybody else around me is doing. They're all standing on two legs and I'm still down here on the floor. Like, you will always want more. That is part of fulfilling the measure of your creation. Now, if we have self-doubt and we're stuck there, that's not fulfilling the measure of your creation anymore when you stay there, because you are built for more than feeling stuck, more than feeling doubt, more than feeling unworthy, more than feeling jealous, more than feeling victimized, more than feeling unloved, more than feeling that. You are built for more than that. Those are just things that are tapping you on the shoulder saying, is this really what you want? Do you want to stay here? Do you want to stay here? Because no one else can actually make you feel that way. That was already in you when you came across somebody that made you feel that way. You're like, oh, they made me feel that way. Actually, no, they were probably not the person that created the wound of origin in you. And those things that make you feel less than, self-doubt, second-guessing yourself, lack of trust, out of integrity, out of alignment, out of attunement, those are in you. Those were developed early on in your life. And they're in you for a purpose. It's a good thing, because you're here to fulfill the measure of your creation by moving that kind of darkness out of your body. Not coping with it, not trying to figure out how to live with it, but to heal it, to shift it, to have it completely leave you. Let me give you an example. A friend of mine said yesterday, rejection is protection. And I was like, oh my gosh, all of the applications of that, because rejection in my childhood was phenomenally high. The lack of nurturing, the lack of love in my early days was phenomenally high. And I was left to fend for myself, which, if a baby is like, so where is everyone that's supposed to hold me and nurture me and coo at me and feed me a bottle and change my diaper on time? Where did they go? That was a feeling of abandonment and rejection. And yesterday when my friend said, rejection is protection, I was like, oh my gosh, all the times that I was forced to be isolated and separated and disconnected, by walls, those were times that I wasn't being blamed for someone else's unhappiness. I was actually being protected, because then I could play with my imaginary friends. I could come up with a fantasy about how good life was. I was left to dream about what I wanted in my life. And little kids are really good at that. There have been other people in my life that it felt like rejection, because I really wanted them to embrace me, know me, value me, appreciate me. And when I felt a sense of rejection because there were blocks and the inability to support one another, it wasn't rejection, it was protection, because the last thing that I want to do is be the reason somebody else senses rejection or that we're hurting each other, right? There's safety in separation when one or two people are not healthy. Fulfilling the measure of your creation is creating that space where you can make the shift. It's like, oh, it's protection, it's not rejection. And if I am in a place of feeling protected, if I'm in a place of being right here with myself, I can reset my nervous system. I can learn to heal the wound. I can turn the darkness into light. And then I am in a place where my emotional state will stay stable when I am around other people that used to trigger me. Now where are we? Well, we're in a space where we can put more light into the world. We can project love instead of our wounds onto other people. We can rise above what we think we're supposed to be doing and receive inspiration for what we need to do. And that nobody has the ability to bring us down again. And that if we get brought down, it's our doing, it's us giving our power away, but we can recover quickly. Nothing dispels self-doubt than building trust with yourself that you have the power to shift out of the darkness into the light, that you have the ability to shift the meaning of what used to hurt you into something that benefits you. You have the power to raise your daily frequencies to the point where you get used to, you can tolerate more of the best frequencies and not stay in those low frequencies that make you feel like you're less than what you know you could be. That is what it means to fulfill the measure of your creation, because now you're moving in that upward trajectory where the love and light that you are just expands. Your heart opens, your mind opens, your information, your input from the spirit comes in, and inspiration is daily. Breathe that one in, because that is you. That is who you actually are. You're not here to suffer. You're not here to do hard things. You are here to express the love and light in you to its fullest measure. And that is you using your intuition and your creativity in the most positive and powerful ways. And we need you. We can't live without you. It's time. It's about time to come alive.